Virgo, it's Kendrick from Providence Tarot. I'm going to be giving you your proofread for the month of March. This is your first one, I'm going to say here now. You might get another one at some point. All right, Queen of Wands coming in hot. Bam, and flipped over, right? So it's not face down, it's over. Is it over? Okay, so you're doing something. You are feeling passionate and you are ready to go. Put your mind to it, go for it. Get down and break a sweat. Right? Related to the Three of Wands, which is talking about waiting for something to come to you, right? And if you've waited for long enough, you're going to go after it if it's something that you feel like you want to go after, right? Oh my goodness, waiting patiently, I feel like. Some of you could be having a baby or could be pregnant or something like that. Some of you could be feeling like you're in your masculine energy right now, which is cool. Queen of Wands. You could be dealing with Aries. You could be dealing with Leo. Right? You could also be dealing with Pisces energy. Oh my God. Yeah. Anyway, let's go ahead and look at what's going on here, Virgo. Seven of Pentacles. Three of Swords. Four of Cups. Damn. So the Seven of Pentacles is usually talking about failure, right? And then the Three of Swords is usually talking about being uncomfortable or feeling uncomfortable, right? Or being mentally unsettled in an environment where there might be too many people that are influencing your thought process, okay? And then the Four of Cups is here, which is talking about how you are focusing on what you cannot change, and you are just kind of like identifying with the negative aspect of your reality and not choosing to, you know, reinforce or to make a negative situation more positive, right? Especially if you have control. And this is saying that you have control here within this. It's just that what you're focusing on is the the gravity, the emotional weight of the situation. So the Seven of Pentacles is talking about a relationship that didn't get as far as you wanted it to go. It could be talking about a career as well. You see what I mean? Or, you know, how certain institutions or certain, you know, I don't know. It's like what constitutes a good relationship, or what constitutes what makes something worthy, or what makes something ready. Okay, you see what I mean? So this Saturn is restricting, right? And then this is Taurus, and Taurus is talking about limitations and also, you know, relationships, contracts, it's talking about contracts. So it's like understanding where something was meant to go, or how far something was meant to go, you know? So don't see something as a failure, see a relationship as going as far as it was meant to go, because it was meant to teach you something for the future that you could bring value to, but it will be in hindsight. And because Saturn is talking about time, and the sevens are also talking about leaving something behind you, or moving on from something, you know what I mean? Or it could be talking about trying to understand why something happened, you know? Or coming to an understanding and now making sense of that understanding. So now you're making sense of why something failed, or why something like didn't happen the way you intended it for it to happen. And then the Three of Swords is here. And this is related to the Queen of Swords, and I believe the Queen of Swords is literally on the other side of this. So this is kind of like accepting the truth about something, right? And not being intimidated by the truth either, right? Okay? And this is kind of like, all right, I am responsible in this way. I know what I have control of in this situation. You know, I might have limited control here, right? And maybe this is in the past, you had limited control, or you felt like you were, I don't know, like under someone else's control. You know, someone else was in control of the narrative, and that made you uncomfortable. Okay? No. All right. You know, and this is how you are now. You are not identifying with that energy of being like, I'm uncomfortable with the narrative, right? Because you're like, no, I know how to take care of this. I know how to slay this, right? You're unbothered. You know, this is a sense of like creating some strong psychological or communicative boundaries, communication boundaries. You know what I mean? Bam. Right? Stone cold. Okay? Bam. Okay, so you're going to be ignoring somebody, or you're not going to be wanting to hear what somebody has to say, or you're not going to be wanting to talk to somebody. And it's kind of like they also are not ready to handle you either, because you're giving the Queen of Swords, okay, and the Three of Swords. You're giving Queen of Swords and you're giving Queen of Wands energy here, and you're reading. Right? So you could be dealing with somebody that was just too much and that was just really focused on what they wanted and what they were doing, and were ignorant to empathy or compassion towards other people or their feelings. You could also be dealing with someone that isn't going to let you bounce around or jump around the truth, or dissect something or analyze something so that you can kind of like dissolve the truth. They're going to come to you with the actual, you know, X, Y, and Z. Okay? You want them to solve the equation, they'll do it for you. Okay, so then we have the Prince of Wands here, which is talking about freedom from something, leaving something behind you that had a little bit of emotional control on you, or something that you were dealing with like obsessiveness and possessiveness in the past, and you're no longer there. You just want to have fun and experience new things and laugh with people, or just kind of like have new experiences. And that's what the Princess of Wands is talking about, because it's Sagittarius, and this is definitely, you know, having a good time. That's what the Princess of Wands, or it could have been a player. You could have been dealing with a player or somebody that just kind of like wanted to do that, wanted to do what they wanted to do, and didn't care about like who got in their way or what. You know, they're knocking people out. They're like, whatever, I'm doing what I want. You know, this is somebody that's just doing what they want. You know what I mean? And that caused a little bit of some problems probably. So you had to free yourself from it, because, you know, it was creating a little bit of some problems, right? All hands on deck. This is bringing balance to a situation again. Maybe having to create some strong physical boundaries with someone. Maybe not being attracted. You know, this could be something that is very attractive, right? But you have to kind of like be willing to stay strong, because this is a sense of strength here with it being connected to the Judgment card, right? So this is fate as well, and destiny. So it's like you're being tested by destiny and fate right now, or your faith is being tested. That's what's happening. Your faith is being tested, you know, in terms of like sex and sexual attraction. But this is also talking about your faith and your finances, and how far you can take it and how far you can stretch it, right? And this is asking yourself how long something is going to last you. You know, you could be thinking about making a risky investment, or buying something that could be a little bit more costly than normal. You know what I mean? It's not your everyday purchase. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, it might be like something that you only buy like every, you know, 3 to 5 to 10 years or something like that. You might be thinking about that. Let's get you some clarifiers since you have a little bit more time. I just need one. Give me one clarifier. I hope your full moon was cool. I liked your full moon. You know, I like your full moon because it gets me in my, you know, my Pisces energy. Let's see, what's the clarification for the Two of Pentacles? Just, you know, be rational, be logical with the way that you are spending your money. Really think about that. You know, maybe you have taken a little bit of some financial risks lately. You know what I mean? That's all. It's just asking you to do that. Let's see, what I'm going to choose the corresponding card that goes with the Two of Pentacles in the third stack. Or I will look at this card that you just gave me. Okay, so yeah, calm down. That's what it's saying with the Five of Wands here. You know, maybe... Yeah, because you got the Ace of Pentacles, and the Ace of Pentacles is talking about you're going from the 2 to the 1. So that's kind of like a reduction to get something. So you might run into a little bit of a financial slow down, bind, right? You might have to make up for something. You might have to do some extra work, you know, to make up for whatever this thing is. Or you might have to do some extra work to try to come up with the rest of the money for it, because you're like, oh, I'm kind of like almost there, but I feel like I would feel more comfortable if like I was here, if I was a little further along than I actually am. So maybe you want to get a little bit further along here because the Ace of Pentacles is here, but then the Five of Wands is here saying like, you know, if you are too abrupt or you make this purchase too soon, then you might run into some financial problems. But then this is also saying maybe you have to do some extra work so you won't have to run into those financial problems if you take it on too soon. And that could probably be what this is, right? The Seven of Pentacles, which is talking about wanting to do something or wanting to have something, because Taurus is talking about wanting to have. And then it's also like the work that you have done. You know, don't go for the lesser model either. Or, you know, try to like save up a little bit more. Or maybe you want to get something that is like brand new rather than refurbished. Or you just want to wait a little bit more time before you make that purchase, because, you know, it's just going to benefit you more if you do that, right? Because this Queen of Wands does talk about somebody that wants to do something now, right? They've been waiting long enough. They're ready. That's why the wand is up. Could be sex. Could be purchasing something. Could be like going out and doing something, having a new experience, because, you know, we've been in like COVID restrictions. So that could be that thing too, feeling anxious there as well. You know what I mean? And wanting to go out and do stuff. But it's saying like, hold your horses. Literally, hold your horses. All right, bye Virgo. Like, share, subscribe, comment on the video, and follow me on Instagram. It's Providence Tarot, and my personal account is NYC Kendrick. If you'd like to get a personal reading, email providencetarotkendrick@gmail.com.